Well, welcome back. I've been a little busy doing some planning and building stuff. This is what I've come up with. I may need to make some adjustments, get into the actual game and get building. One thing I don't really care for is the way the layout of the chests kind of goes, but you've gotta kind of make it work because you get output from the refiner here, and then you either tie into one side of a chest or um, one side and then the top. I rotated it to where they come out of both sides of the chest, and then these chests, they're all tied together so they feed into craftbot, and then craftbot output feeds back into the chests. So let's see, I may make some adjustments, but it's going to be a lot of uh, glue clams and component kits and just a lot of materials. So we'll see. May change it up some before I finalize. But we got the collectors down here feeding into the refiner. We've got drills. Got the seat out here. Let's see, hop in it. Need to adjust the steering wheels. I think they're a little bit too close. They don't turn as well as I'd like. So need to adjust that. Of course, everything on here is high level. Got the level 5 seat, so we can have as many connections as possibly can. We've got some of the these probably don't need to be so high level. I just need 4 connections, 2 pistons each, and I could probably, I might be able to do one because all it does is goes out. Might be able to do just one piston to have it go out, and then one piston to have it lower the seat. But then the other series of pistons got drills. They pull out, you can see the saws up underneath, and the drills open up. Turn those bad boys on. The only thing I don't like about it really is that they're not all that low to the ground. But in the real game, there a lot of the rock formations that you drill out are elevated, so I'm hoping that will kind of make up for some of it. And then we've got wrong button. Got the saws come out underneath. They're fairly low to the ground, so I can get most of the logs that fall. If not, I may need to make some adjustments on that as well. See if I can extend them a little bit further. I may need to put another piston in because I think they're out. Oh man, I think they're out 15 as it is. Yeah, they're out as far as they can go, so it's just gonna be I may need to I don't know. We'll see. We'll mess with it and see. But and again, we're looking at a lot of resources here. All these pistons. Um, I guess the ones up here don't need to be max level. I think they only go out 6 or 7. So, but a lot of what you go for with the pistons upgrade, it's the weight too. They carry more weight when they're extended. So, I originally had the back wheels right up underneath here, but it kind of rocked a little too much when I would, go forward or backward. It still does it a little bit. It kind of pivots a little bit on the shocks, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. It was rocking pretty wild. So just lengthen the wheelbase a little bit. See those wheels that they kind of bounce around and turn in and stuff. Yeah, that tells me they're too close. I need to just widen the gap a little bit. So I'll probably bring the rear steering wheels back one space. But overall, I think it's not too bad. It's kind of big. It's not what I was wanting really. I was hoping to have, like wheels all along this side and all the other side, and have them behave tank-like, go. Well, go just have the left wheels spin forward, the right wheels spin back to turn to the right, vice versa, and then when you want to go forward, all wheels spin forwards. But it was just getting really convoluted as far as all the connections I needed to make and making them operate the way I wanted to. See it. Look over here. We've got so you can of course have your wheels go opposite directions, but you're never gonna really go forward in that respect. You're just gonna sit there and spin. So you're gonna need something to make them all go the way you want to every time. So I may play with it some more and see what's going on and see what I can do. I also built a crane prototype. Just try to thinking about putting a crane type drill device on here on the back somewhere, but I don't know yet. It's like I said, it's a work in process. It's going to take me quite a few materials. I've got 8 different shocks, and I think they're all level 4. So I may need to bump up a couple up front or back or something. If the weight seems to be a little too much. I haven't filled up the collectors. Guess I could disconnect that chest and have the resourcer, the refiner, stopped up with like one item or something, and try to fill the collectors. But that may cause more weight up front than I anticipated. So yeah, I may have to bump up the suspension to a level 5 on the front tires. We'll see. Now the only thing is to get in game and do a bunch of resource gathering and stuff. See if I can if I can put it together. The saws, they suspend from the base of the vehicle itself. Hit that button, they come down. I think it's just one block, and then they all extend out. Do some tree chopping. Uh, and it's not so much that you don't want to go out and collect trees and wood and stuff with this vehicle. It's just so that as I'm running around, if I decide to cut through this path or that path, then I can take out the trees that are in the way. And since I'm cutting them down, might as well collect the resources off of them. Anyhow, gonna get busy in game and see if I can get the resources that I need to put this sucker together. It's gonna take some doing, I bet. The metal, I don't think would be that big of a problem, but all this other stuff, it's gonna be a chore. Yeah, I'll bring y'all back in when either I'm close to getting all the resources or I'm close to the build. That's a lot of tires too. So yeah, it's gonna be a chore. All right, we'll catch y'all next time. Okay. Here we are again. I went back to the drawing board as far as getting the Behemoth constructed. Decided I wanted to change a few things. Over there is the old design. Hope you can make it out. Really, it's kind of big. It's got a big gatefold drill system on the front of it. Some saws that pop out from underneath. And of course the refinery and craft lot and stuff all up on the back. System chest. The chest I'll probably still need to do some work with, because I think what I'm going to do when I do the final build, I'm going to put a bed, a full bed that lifts and lowers to drive, because there's so much weight on it that the drills I've positioned underneath now are kind of dragging the ground, and just to help compensate for that, I think I'm going to put a lift bed on it. Just the whole vehicle goes up and down within the frame itself. So anyhow, here's the final construction. I need, of course, make some coverings and do the outside. I want to put some of those big fluorescent lights like right in here, just to get some light going. But as you can see, it's quite a lot. Still got this mechanism for the vehicle entry itself. Pull up the connect tool. Look at all that. Oh man, it's quite a setup. I hope I can reproduce it without too much trouble in survival mode. Yeah, well, I'll show off a little bit and see what we make of it. So first we've got the saws. Pop out, they tuck in between the collectors there. And I've got to rotate them at the right time, the right angle, so that they don't get in each other's way. Should be alright, I think. Took a little trial and error to get it, you know, get it fit in there. And this isn't, you know, don't misunderstand. This isn't for going out collecting trees. That's just so I've got some saws to kind of clear the path if I need to, because this thing doesn't turn all that well. It's kind of it's slow. It's got a huge turning radius. So, all right, and then for the drills, this took a lot of trial and error as well, trying to figure out the best method. I'm sure once I get, in the game, I'll do some tweaking and whatnot. I've got two controllers operating this setup, and one I made a little slow because trying to make it fast kind of upset the balance on it. So yeah, I think that'd be all right. Got them low enough to the ground to where I can, actually do some damage. And connected? Is it just graphical error? Yeah, it's connected. There it goes. Oh. It's gonna hit the ground. Get going, it moves pretty good. This rail here just to help steady the structure as I go along. Left a little extra room in case I want to slide it back a little bit more once I kind of construct the front. But when it pops out, it ends up flush with the front of this, so I can't really do a whole lot. Let's say I'm planning to put some lights, and I may just fill this in with glass, except right here where the saws pop out, that has to stay open. So we'll see. But it's gonna take, it's gonna take some resources. I had to beef these all the way up to level 5 suspensions because there's just so much weight on here, and still, I'm not sure it's gonna work as far as moving things around. The seat upgraded max level, so I can, connect to all the steering, connect to all the controllers and switches. I think the drills are dragging the ground. That's why the steering wheels themselves just kind of flop around at speed. I don't really have a lot of control over it. That's why I'm going to build when I do construct it in game, I'm going to build the lift body. That way I can kind of get the drills and stuff and everything off the ground, but still be able to get them close to the ground when I need to. And of course, I'm going to change up the format, the layout of the chests, and probably the craft bot. They end up further toward the back. I'm not sure yet. I still need to mess with it and see what to do best. But the refined bot and the collectors, they were pretty good. I've tested just running over a resource bar, wood or metal or something, and the collectors pick them up all right. I guess with the lift bed, if I'm picking up stuff, I'll have to lower it as much as I can, even if it drags the ground. But once I'm done collecting, I just lift the body up and ride away. So I did separate the steering wheels a bit so they're not rubbing against each other. It's hard to tell if it's helped simply because there's so much weight. I need to kind of get things up off the ground a little more, but anyhow, I think that does pretty good. I'm probably cut off the front a little bit so I can build the frame around, have something for the body to actually lift up and down within. Get a bed, respawn bed in here. A few other things, probably the cook pot. I don't know about the dress pot, the outfit maker. No promise with that. And on this, just want to make sure there's plenty of room for storage, and wondering also about a seat. Just putting a seat up for defense. Because I probably won't have these cans and these engines here. I'll probably try to move them along the side, or kind of maybe back here underneath. That way they're not in the way, but I could put a seat up here and have it tied to some spud guns, some mountable spud guns. Just kind of operate them back and forth where I can shoot. But that's another story. I've also given thought to having a garage on the back for a quick little, kind of like the go-kart I've got, but with better tires, and I may make it my defense mechanism. Just put a quick little go-kart back here to just hop in and zoom out here and fight whatever bot's attacking. Because I'd like to armor up most of this stuff to where I'm not getting wheels destroyed and stuff. Just get something to kind of go out here and cover it. That way I can kind of keep things protected long enough to get back here to the assault vehicle. Just pop out the back and go to shooting whatever's attacking me. We'll see. It's a lot of work already, so we'll consider what needs to be done. The problem with putting this in the center is being able to access it. I don't know. I'll play around with it some more. I think I finalized the overall build. Just get the little details worked out. Get over here. I think I've got an assault vehicle over here somewhere. Just a little one. Maybe make it a 3-wheel or something. Anyhow. Alright, I'll catch up with you later when I've almost got this thing built or am ready to get it built so that we can see it in game, survival mode, see how it performs. Alright, catch y'all later.